waits. He jumps over top of him, and he's got a touchdown.
Did not see that coming.
He gets 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 on his feet still, and he's gone for a 90-yard carry.
Put that on your highlight reel.
From 45 yards out.
There's the turnover.
And a great ball. It's complete for a touchdown.
Welcome to APSIS's coverage of the Akron City Series football. Dave Schick is here. Joe Bukansky on his way as we're about ready to kick this one on from George Auten Stadium. Joe Yost Field here in Ellet as they are ready to kick this one off. Thought we would start with a penalty as the team didn't come out on time, but it looks like we're going to get it set up anyway. Both teams come in at 0-3, so we will get a winner out of tonight's ball game. Our cameraman upstairs is going to be Peter George. He'll be shaking the camera for you back and forth and zooming in on all the great action here as we start with a kick off the turf, which is going to be a little wet and cold out for the first kind of cold spell of the season. They're going to pick it up and bring it back to about the 35-yard line is where they're finally going to take it down. And both these teams will have to muster up some offense as they take over here. Both teams coming off of big losses in the state tournament as all teams made the playoffs. And in talking with our staff here before the game, it's going to be an interesting adjustment for both of these teams coming in after playing big playoff teams that have had good records as these teams came in towards the bottom of their divisions and sectionals respectively, is how that they are going to respond playing again coming back into the city series where most of the talent is a little more evenly stretched across the divide. And certainly they probably did things versus each of the teams, playing them and being able to get some things to work and some things not to work, and now looking to do it here for this team against their regular foes. He's going to be back in the shotgun as they start off 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line, and he'll get a short run. And that run by number 5 is going to be Luther Dawson. I'm sorry. Jaden Fisher. I got my wrong stat sheet. Number 5 on the carry is Fisher. His first carry gets him 5 yards. We had both of these teams earlier on APSIS's coverage of Akron City Series football. Fisher was their leading rusher last time, getting 8 rushes. This time the ball hits the turf before they go anywhere, looking for the official signal, and it is going to go off the fumble. So Fisher's second carry turns into a fumble, and they're going to be recovered by the North Vikings, who take over. And in talking with both of these coaches before the game, turnover is certainly one of the main factors that Kenmore-Garfield had. 9 turnovers in their playoff game, and they're not able to recover from that. And now we see here within the first 2 minutes of this game getting a costly turnover off the second play of scrimmage, and now the defense has to come out and make another stop. Last time with the North Vikings, their leading rusher was their quarterback as well, number 7, Christian Simmons. And he is back in the gun as well in the I formation, and we got movement all over the place. So their first play, starting with a penalty. So in 3 plays, a penalty and a fumble. False start by the Vikings, so that'll move them back 5 and be first down in 15. So their last time that they were covered here on APSIS, the North Viking rusher, as we said, was Christian Simmons. And he's their senior quarterback, but did a lot of kind of wildcat running, and some of it for losses by getting no time by his offensive line. 13 carries, but not a lot of positive yards for him, as there's big gains and big losses trying to look downfield or make something happen on his feet. And we're going to move back again, it looks like. Yes. So they've lost 10 yards just to start the game. So still incredibly at 10 minutes and 58 seconds. And it's first down and 20. Their other main running back that we saw was Deshaun Thomas, number 3, and number 24, Danny Moore. This one's actually going to be taken off, but another bad outcome as Simmons loses 5 yards on what looked to be a running play, but pressure by the Golden Rams coming through gave him no time to do anything with it. So 2nd down and 25. And the play call certainly changes as 1st and 10 has one sort of play. 1st and 15, 20, 2nd and 24 now is much different. We didn't see Simmons really throw too much on his last time on our broadcast, and he does the same here, hands the ball off, trying to get something. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that one went to, I believe, Cartel Lamb. So he gets a gain of a yard, and it sets up 3rd down and 23. All right, bottom of your screen is going to be, looks like Lamb at the bottom of our screen here. And gives Simmons some time to throw. He flushes out left to the pocket, and he's going to tuck it and run and go out for a gain of about 7, it looks like. But it will still set up a 4th down situation. Gets to the 48-yard line and gains 7 on his flush play, but still sets up 4th down and 18 now with 9:26 left here in the 1st quarter. The offense seemingly going to be staying out there as the kicking game is not one to really help them out. I think they're coming in, okay, getting the marker for the ball. And I'm surprised that they're leaving the ball out on the field given that the rain that we've had has made the turf certainly wetter than normal. Usually, since they're able to carry the ball with them, could keep it a little warmer and drier in the huddle. Looking to throw, has time, throws it up. Not really a guy there except for the other side, and he just drops the interception. It goes in and out of the hands of Jimmy Spalding, the junior, as he was back there. Really no pass intended for anybody back there, per se, as to who it was intended for. I'm going to say it was for number 2, Cartel Lamb. So we give him the first target that he's had so far. But they go 3 and out and get a turnover on downs after 2 straight penalties. So after they get the turnover, not able to do really anything with it. So, and they give up very good field position from the 48-yard line. So the Rams will take over there from there, and more flags out for that side. And it looks like it's going to be this on the other end by the Kenmore-Garfield Rams. So they start with their first penalty. For the Rams, as we said, another not a big passing team, as they only went 4 for 6 in our last coverage there. Their quarterback last time we covered them was number 2, Tajon Gary. And he uses the ball, drops it, picks it back up, and will lose 5 on that carry. So on the run for that one is going to be Fisher, who got the ball. Again, he dropped it, a loss of 5, but recovers the fumble. So 2nd and 17, looking to hand the ball off and makes a move back inside. Is going to get some positive yards on this one. And a nice run by Shalance Bamuth, the junior. So a carry of 7 on that one. It looks to be Demir Kidd looks to be the person at quarterback, number 6. And he's going to run very well, spin move, and finally goes down. Kidd, the quarterback coming in. Demir Kidd, the junior that is at running back, sitting there at quarterback and did a fantastic run there. And is going to pick up 18 yards. So looking now, Kidd that's in the backfield has motion, bringing Martin to the top of your screen. Kidd keeps it, runs it up the center, and will gain 3 yards. So sets up 2nd and 7 now, as we're 7.5 left here in the first quarter. But seeing a little bit different than we've seen from the Vikings in the past with Kidd in the backfield. Certainly a bigger threat as you move, as listed on our sheet here, the senior running back and DB. Certainly a lot of speed certainly coming out of there. Demeen Martin again gets that end around as he comes to the top of your screen, spins, and will get 4 on the carry. So kind of moving who's going to get the ball. And we saw this last time out of the North Vikings, as they had a plethora of people that they're handing the ball off. Last time, 8 ball carriers in our last game that we had covered for them, and now already with 4 in tonight's game. Sets up a 3rd and short situation, and seemingly coming together with some sort of consistency here with the offense, as we've seen them move up the field pretty well in comparison to the first time where they had a turnover. So they faked it, the motion. So 4th down and 4 left here in today's game as their second possession. Certainly has turned the field. And we saw even the North Vikings going in for four down territory at midfield last time. And I think we'll see it certainly on this side as they're on the 28-yard line with under 6 minutes here in the first quarter. Going back to Kidd in the backfield, rolls to his right, never really shows he's going to throw and really nowhere to go. Looks like he'll lose a yard on the carry, and that'll do it on a turnover on downs. A running play that doesn't materialize to the 4 yards needed for the first down. So they turn the ball over with 5.5 here in the first quarter. Back to the Vikings, who will take over from the 29-yard line going in the opposite direction. So they look to set up now for this next opportunity. Certainly want to welcome you guys watching here on APSIS. Continue to like our pages. And certainly we have all the games for you as well as highlights so you can share it with family members and people around your area or outside of your area that you want to share someone's great game in. Akron City Series right here on Akron Public Schools Information Station. As he rolls right, gets away from it, flag down. Seemingly looks like it's going to be a face mask or a hold by the defender. And he would have gained 3 yards on the carry. Chop block is what is called by the official. But certainly if you're interested in watching Akron Public Schools sports, to finish that up, Akron Public Schools is what you want to search for. Akron Schools on YouTube if you want that set up for it as well. Looking to set up here now for where we're going to mark this. So they're going to mark it back further where they were. And it's going to be happened in the backfield. Wow. It's going to be about a 13-yard penalty from where it happened at. 16-yard penalty. So first down and 26. 16-yard penalty on that there. Moving motion to the bottom of your screen, rolling to the left on the little pitch, going back up to the top of your screen, and make some good moves to go out about the 24-yard line. And that one by Lamb. So Lamb able to get things moving. And got 12 yards on the carry. Taken down by Antoine Williams, number 22 of the Kenmore-Garfield Rams. Second down and 15 now at under 5 minutes. We certainly welcome Joe Buchansky back to the broadcast as he has arrived safely from his journey. Two winless teams, undefeated in the win category.
Yeah, something's got to give here tonight.
So these teams playing hard, and so far completes the first pass that we've had for just a gain of 2 yards. And Simmons able to get 2 yards. And that one went to number 6.
Yeah, Lamb with a nice, safe little swing throw there, but good defense by, it was Schwantez Simmons on the receptions.
Yeah.
Give him 2.
One and 2 passing so far. Certainly saw them this game go to the passing game quicker than we saw in past games where they've really kind of reserved it for the end of the game, trying to play catch up. They have a 4-wide set as they look to make something on this long third down situation. It looks like they didn't even move at the bottom of your screen. He spins away, trying to get away. Simmons will be taken down the opposite direction of where he wants to go. Joe giving a little signal for a face mask, but I don't see any flags on the field, and we'll just take the loss of 7. And just like we saw with some of, as we talked about, you know, Simmons last time we covered him, 13 carries, but a lot of these carries turned into what we just saw there. Trying to make a play, design run play, maybe run pass. Nothing goes through, and the porous offensive line allows a sack. So he's going in the wrong direction. They're looking to set up now for their first punt in today's game.
Oops.
This one going to be kicked away, I believe, by Chris Simmons. And he's at about the 7-yard line. And a lot of communication by the Vikings trying to find who's coming through. Good kick is away. Good rotation. Going to be back at
nice
the 48-yard line as he catches it, but has to go the wrong direction to do so. Breaks 3 tackles, comes back up the sideline, loses the ball, but it goes out of bounds, and they'll recover at the 36-yard line.
And talk about flipping the field. Davis there makes a great catch on the ball. Forget about the return, which was excellent, but probably saves about 20 yards just by catching that ball, because no telling how it was going to bounce, but it looked like it was going to take a big bounce on the turf. So great field position now for the Rams. They look to break this scoreless tie.
We did have a penalty, but it's going to stay. So it looks like it was on the Vikings. They're going to take the ball.
So a lot of Fisher so far for the Rams.
Fisher so far with just 3 carries. This is last week's.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I had those up referring.
Let me see what else we got here.
So far, Fisher's run the ball 3 times. The second time he fumbled. Number 11 has 1 carry. Not a lot that we saw as they went. They fumbled on their first set and went 3 and out on the second.
T formation here now, which
Looking
is
to hand the ball off and gone right along the left side as he takes it off from 34 yards out. Wow.
Damian Martin for 34 yards, untouched. Nice job on that left side of that line, sealing things off.
Great job by him to get things moving. 34-yard touchdown.
Looks like number 6, Demir Kidd in at quarterback.
Yes. A little change up from what we've seen.
Yeah.
And looking down a pitch, back the other way. but swarmed up and taken down by number 11.
Yeah, just didn't have a good
Poso.
mesh on that partner.
Good idea of getting some movement. But you see Martin go for the 34-yard touchdown. And they take the lead here, 6-0 at 2:51 here in the first quarter.
So Demir Martin with a nice run out of the tee. And where have we seen that tee before? Oh, Garfield. They've ran it for years, and it's nice to see him go back to it because it seems like that's what they have lots of times their most success with. Nice classic off-tackle run with the lead blocker, and the tight end did a great job of kicking out. Block had a nice seam and went untouched. If you get sucked in on that defensively, you're going to be in. First of all, you're going to get beat on the backside on that counter action. But if you get sucked in too much, you give up the big play like they did there.
Take the early lead here on a cold, dreary night here in October. Seeing the temperature drop roughly about 20 degrees from now, and it'll drop another 20 by tomorrow.
Oh,
Student section in front of us have gotten the memo. They got their light sweatshirts out. Just the light sweatshirts. All of us older individuals have our jackets on.
Antonio Sandell going to kick off here. Bullpen. Somebody's calling the bullpen. It sounds like.
Looks to do a short kick.
That's nice.
And he's got some trouble over there. It looks like he did turn and fall on it. From our angle, it looked like he slipped and then rolled over to fall on top of it. Finally recovered by Jonathan Campbell.
I guess we call that an onside kick, right?
I would say so, yeah. Not a full kick, trying to catch him off.
Got a good bounce, too. I mean, they had a break, but nice job by the North up-backs of just getting on it. If you don't want to try to pick it up there, just get on it and get your team good field position, which they're going to start at their own 45, so they're in good shape that way.
Offensively, the Vikings haven't been able to get a whole lot going as Simmons not able to get anything rolling his way.
Got trips to the near side here. Lamb in the slot.
Hands the ball off, and he'll fall nicely forward for a little bit there.
That was Thomas.
That's Thomas on the carry.
Yeah, a little good second effort to get those 3 yards in the cloud of dust. And 2nd and 8 and 2nd and 7 sure beats what they had last possession with the big penalty, and it was like 2nd and 23.
Well, in their last possession, started with 2 penalties, false starts to start the game off, so started easily back 10 yards and then a sack after that. And you find yourself in a big hole. This one at least starting the right direction as we approach 2 minutes here in the first quarter, 2nd and 8. Simmons, hard snap, nobody moves, hands the ball off, and there is not any space to go anywhere after the handoff.
That was number 4, Jonathan Campbell on the carry. Maybe his first, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Campbell lost a yard, and that's really not a bad run to lose a yard there because there was nothing there. Third and long again for the North Vikings. Not where you want to be.
3rd down and 9, so you're hoping to get something a little bit last time, but you come up short. So now you go 4 wide, looks left, throws left, crawling across the middle, but the ball came out.
Yep.
And they're going to say it's incomplete right away.
Good ball to Michael King, but he looked like he turned just a little bit too soon. And with the rain that's come down, it's a little bit slick out there. But good timing there by Simmons to get it out, and probably would have had enough for the first down. It was right by the sticks.
Very close, like the play call, a quick slant coming across the center. Now it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, I'm guessing you might see them come back to that again sometime later today because it was open. And it was a safe throw, not time to, quick hitter, not time to get to the quarterback there.
Snap is high, kicks it to the side, head someone in his face, very short, picked up at the 45, start running the other way. Kicker's got to make a play, but he can't get there in time. And back the other way, another touchdown for number 1 off a punt return.
Davian Martin, it's your day, bud. Not even expected to be in the play. And presence of mind, he's like, I'm not supposed to catch this, but there's nobody in front of me. And takes it to the house.
55-yard run for him. 104 here in the first quarter. He gets his second touchdown. Both big plays for him. A 34-yard touchdown off a running play, and now a 55-yard touchdown off of what could
punt return, yeah.
And it looked, there was a lot of pressure, so I couldn't tell from our vantage point if there was contact on the ball that was kicked.
I don't think so.
Just
I think it just forced. Yeah, I think it just forced it, and actually was a good job getting it off. If he just could have got it out of bounds, it would have been a bad punt, but a better result. But a lot of that was because of the pressure. As you said, they came after the kick, did a nice job of not blocking it, but not roughing either.
Martin comes to the bottom of your screen, and we have offsides by the defense, which is good because Martin forgot the football. Yeah, and we saw, especially that one, essentially, he likes to kind of roll to his right, so the Rams bringing extra pressure to the right, making it difficult for him to roll to the comfortable side he wants to kick that ball.
Yeah, make him go, just like a right-handed quarterback, make him go left and throw against his body. It's tougher to do.
Mm-hmm.
So now they'll try to punch it in from the 1.5-yard line, half the distance penalty.
Full house looks to hand the ball off. Nowhere to go.
Good pursuit by the North defense.
Nowhere to go for Kai-Guan Brown. His first carry and nowhere to go. So it stays 12-0 your score as we're approaching the end of the first quarter here. Haven't quite got there yet.
I can tell you what. The Kenmore-Garfield Rams are glad I got here, because since I got here, they're rolling.
I'm sure they felt your presence, Joe.
Sonora
gave them a little extra warmth in their heart to play tonight.
Yeah, any warmth is a bonus right now.
Yeah,
that's for sure. The heat lamps are helping a little bit here. No gloves though. Too early. It's October. Come on. I see you got your driving gloves.
I got them here just in case. If the window was all the way open, then I want my gloves.
Open in the window.
The window's pretty shut because it's cold outside. And to think I picked my kids up today, they had shorts on.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, it's 50 degrees outside. It's not shorts weather anymore.
We'll see if Sandell squibs one onsides or goes deep this time. Nope, he's going to squib it again. What a great job coming up with that clean.
Yeah, great catch there by
Poso.
So they're going to take over already in Rams territory. It looks like they'll put him right at the 50. I thought he got just over, but they'll put him right at center field.
With those hands, we might have to get Poe and we might have to get him the football out of the fullback slot. Good field position again for North. They don't want to kick it deep to these returners. And until the offense can prove they can move the ball, it's not a bad strategy.
Looking to set up now, 1st and 10. Just a minute left here in the quarter. Simmons rolls to his right and loses 5 yards just like that. I like the mom in the stands asking to run a different play. We have seen that play a couple times, and Simmons so far has 3 losses on it.
And that was Sandell, like the kicker. They're doing what you do at defensive end. You have contained. You don't let the ball handlers. You turn them inside. If you make a play, great. If not, you turn them into your linebackers. And that time he made the big play for loss.
4 wide for Simmons now is looking to see how soon they may have to come back to this run play. About 20 seconds left in the quarter, and nowhere to go for them as the runner that time, Kanye Lamb.
Kai-Guan Brown just stuffed it.
And during the intermission between the 2 quarters, as that'll do it, our score 12-0. The Kenmore-Garfield Rams over the North Vikings. We'll talk here a little bit with North head coach that we had before the game.
Have prepared for this week's game and what we should be looking out for in tonight's broadcast?
Well, I tell you what, man, it's always hard to prepare on a short week. You know, playing on a Thursday is always a tough thing because you don't have the same amount of days, so you got to condense a lot of stuff. But I tell you what, man, North is a tough team. They're physical, and they love to compete. So what we had to make sure of from our team is that we're just ready to play. We're ready to compete at a high level because you're going to face a high-level opponent that's going to do that. Coming off the playoff loss last week was tough because I think we had expectations. And so when you don't meet those expectations, you got to spend, time just getting your team back going and back up. So it's kind of a blessing, if you will, to have a short week of practice because you don't have as long to think about it and get right back to playing ball. So tonight, man, we just want to make sure, first of all, with the weather, that we hold on to the ball, that we secure a ball first, and just do us. Just run our offense, run our defense, make sure we play a physical brand of ball, which we always want to do, and just be really competitive.
What do you think your team took away from playing a playoff caliber team and atmosphere that they could reflect on when they come back into a City Series game?
I think one thing, in this day and age of COVID, you got to take everything in perspective, right? Like, we went and played a team where if we were the one, that was their last game. They had about 3 games on us, so they was a little bit more experienced. But I think the one thing we take, man, is going on the road and traveling. I think we fought to the end. We were competitive, even with all the mistakes that we had and made. I mean, you have 9 turnovers in a game. That's huge. You can't expect to win those type of games. But I think the one thing we can take is, man, our guys showed back up. And that's what you want to see at the end of the day, man. Who's going to show back up after being beat that way when, man, we had a great week of practice. We felt really prepared, but it just didn't go our way. So, hey, everything that could have went wrong. And so what we talk about is, hey, man, now we got to worry about the next step in our process. And so this is the next step. And so, hey, you're going to have those type of moments. But, hey, it's how you.
As he looks there, we're talking with Garfield head coach as they turn the tide, and he's going to break a tackle on the kick and get a nice return of 23 yards. It looks like a flag is down near the top of our screen there. And it looks like it could be going against Garfield.
Yeah, you're not going to, like Coach said, you're not going to overcome 9 turnovers, but you can learn from it with a younger team. And as he said, tough with having a short week, especially in this COVID era when you've lost so many practices in practice time as it is. But I will say this Kenmore-Garfield, the addition of this team in the second or third time we've had them, Dave, they are much more disciplined than in years past. They're not making as many bad penalties and getting themselves. And that's why, while they have not won yet, they've been in every game. They've had chances in every game. And if you look at their schedule, they're going to have a chance to maybe get on a little winning streak here towards the end if they take care of business and play well.
So Kidd now again hand the ball off, coming to the bottom of your screen, and nowhere to go as that one goes to Tyjon Gary. Gary loses 3 yards. I noticed both of these coaches, and talking with them before the game, had a little more time to talk to us, about 2 minutes each of them.
Wow. Nice play there by Poe, coming through and just attacking the football.
We'll have a little bit of talking with the North head coach in between the next 2 quarters. We'll do it between the 3rd and 4th quarter. We'll have our APSIS player of the game. Joe and I will discuss that.
Whoa, that's a fumble.
Where that was going. A backwards lateral flea flicker of some kind, but turns into a huge loss for them. And the North Vikings celebrating that, and we still got a player down.
Yeah, it was number 30, Devin Macheris, and he's pointing to his thigh. I don't know if he got a knee or if he got pulled something. The weather is getting cold, but a big loss on that one.
Yeah, 13-yard loss.
And we're going to put that one on the quarterback there for the bad pitch.
It looked like he turned and threw almost like a forward pass,
Instead
but
of
in the
just
wrong
pitching
direction.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was backwards, so that's live ball.
Yeah. They'll help him off, and we certainly wish him the best.
Loss of about 11 on that play.
But 3rd down and 24 now.
Now a big spot here for North to get a hold and try to get the football back and kind of keep them pinned down in this their own.
They're still up a little bit near the line of scrimmage in a weird huddling place. Talk with the head coach near the sideline during the injury timeout.
Well, do they keep it on the ground or they maybe throw one up here?
We haven't seen Kid throw yet. Coming to the top of your screen.
Super unbalanced
is
line
Davis,
there.
and they'll hand it off to him on the end around, and he'll gain about 6 on the carry, number 13. So just kind of moving where and who is getting that ball.
Yep, James Davis gets it that time.
Davis gets 5. Sets up 4th down and 19. And I would not be surprised. Their kicking game has been a little better. We would not be surprised if they try and come hard after it, just like they had done to them to get set up good field position.
Looks like
as they add speed to the line, you can see the subs being made by the Vikings.
Bryce Owens back to punt. They better get this one off soon.
They look to set up here. Ball is back. High kick. He's going to drop at the 49, take a hop right into his hands, runs to the left side, little stutter step, gets by the first person with it, does it again, and then runs out of space and goes out of bounds.
Gave him a little stanky leg there.
Yeah.
Nice little setup to get, it got him 5 extra yards.
Yeah, and I've talked to young players at my son's age. You can really do 3 things. You can change speed, change direction, or work on different moves, step back, spin moves, things like that. And you saw it was just a simple, I'm running full speed, and I'm going to slow down for a little bit, just enough to get you off your gate, and then I turn the speed back on and run right by you.
I would equate that or, parallel that to a crossover, but not the one in the open floor where you don't do anything with it, where people are like, oh, but you're 50 feet away from the basket. That was the one that gets you to the hole and gets you to the foul line. Everybody likes the ones that are way out in the open, but I want the one that leads to a score.
Yeah.
or
doesn't
or
matter
leads
if
to
the
at
other
least positive yardage.
Yeah. And nobody got anything extra there. But he did use that to his advantage. He rolls out right, looks to pass, but never throws the ball. Finally does, has a wide open man, and gains 7 yards on this little toss and throw. That goes to Lamb, his second target, and 7 positive yards throwing the ball.
And that was smart. 2 options there. If he doesn't come open, then you just throw the thing out of bounds. But you don't take the loss. You take the incompletion, or he came open late, good patience. Lamb, a good route to get himself open before he ran out of real estate.
And now the Vikings picking up that ball. We saw in the first couple of possessions, Joe, the center leaving the ball just there on the field, and being wet and cold. Anytime the center can have his hands on it, dry it off, keep it warm for his quarterback, you want to do that. And it looks like he's going to gain about 2 on this carry.
He turned one way and the running back went the other, so somebody went the wrong way there. But he did what he could and got to the line of scrimmage at least. Guess definitely 4-down territory here for the Vikings.
3rd and 2.
Got to pick up a first down. I don't think they've got one yet in this game. Maybe one.
I think Lamb had a 12-yard carry, so this would be their second.
Okay.
It might be a 7. No, it looks like a 12.
That's your great writing.
I was here by myself.
Dr. Schick.
He'll throw it. Got hit while he threw and made it short, and that turns into an interception. And he returns it back to the 42-yard line. I think
Tyjon Gary on the interception.
So the best offensive set they have, a thrown interception and returned to the 45-yard line.
So right now, Kenmore-Garfield up 12-0, but it feels like it's worse because they've won on defense. They forced a turnover, special team score, and the big play. So they've done a little bit of everything without being overwhelming offensively. They still got a 2-score lead, doing it in many different ways so far.
And North seemingly not able to get out of their own way.
Yeah.
And really, I thought the pass play could have really been something, but it's the pressure by the line that causes the bump and just knocks off the mechanics of trying to get the ball downfield.
Poe jumps offside there, Poso, so it's going to be 1st and 5.
4th penalty for him, or for that team. Looks to run it left side, finally hands off, and stays on his feet.
Wow, nice bounce.
21-yard run for Jordan.
Nice little bounce to the left by Jordan.
Big run for him. 2 runs he's had so far, 1 for 7, and now this one for 11.
Right back to the tee are the Rams.
And
Same
they hand
play.
the ball off. Yeah, same play going left side, and we'll gain 7 on that.
That one, he had blockers. He just got tripped up a little bit, or it would have been more.
Not sure.
Kenmore-Garfield definitely winning the battle up front right now.
Momentum kind of on their side as we approach 7 minutes here in the first half.
Taking advantage of that size advantage they have on their offensive line.
And we're going to have a timeout here by the Vikings with 7:02 here in the second quarter, with the Rams leading this one so far 12-0 here on APS-IS. Connecting community to the classroom, Akron Public Schools has hundreds of businesses, organizations, and foundations supporting its students and family each year. Learn more about all those things as we highlight them here on APS-IS. Fine arts are alive and well at the Akron Public Schools. There are 3 facilities: the Miller South School, the Firestone Community Learning Center, and the Akron School for Arts. All offer award-winning programs that include a commitment to sequential art courses designed to develop advanced skills and specific arts focus. Learn more at akronschools.com. And certainly APS-IS wants to thank Prime Sporting Goods for their support of Akron schools and athletics. Prime Sporting Goods is the #1 place to shop for high-quality sporting goods equipment. Prime Time Sporting Goods. So they come back to this one after the timeout. I'm not really sure what you can say after the last couple plays where you've just gotten outplayed athletically. The offensive line pushing and the big play using the speed.
Gary now in at quarterback for the Rams.
Gary comes in, flushed out of the pocket, throws up a jump ball, and incomplete.
And we're going to have a flag back in the area of holding.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I got it. The only other thing was roughing the passer, and he didn't get knocked down. So
I believe the pass is intended for Davis. Could you check that for me?
yeah, it was.
Okay, so his first target, really first pass of the game.
North not fooled by it as they brought in the passing quarterback, and he threw that one in double coverage. Pretty much a throwaway there. They're going to take the penalty here, so it won't even count as an incompletion.
Looking to run left side, back right side, and still on his feet.
Uh-oh.
As he got the 15 right around the head. Still on his feet. He's stumbling, and he's going to go down at the 10-yard line. A 29-yard run. I'm sorry, 35-yard run. As he was intended to go to the left side, but then came back to the right, shook off a couple tackles, and even one around the face mask.
Yeah, Jordan again. And that looked like it might be a broken play, and then it went from that to maybe breaking it for a touchdown.
Yeah, no flag as far as the what we saw. A tackle up around the head and a potential face mask. Running left side, tiptoes out at the 5-yard line. Pushed out by number 6 of the Vikings. That one was Gary.
Yeah, Gary on the carry. He kind of slithered his way through that to get a 5 or 6 yards.
You've certainly seen their offense kind of come alive using Gary as a wildcat. And then he hasn't really passed the ball, but he's handed it off to different playmakers coming either side.
And then been in the backfield more, too. They're going to call a timeout.
Timeout to go over things again. Certainly want to invite you to like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, catch all of your APS sports action right here on APSIS. Certainly go to akronschools.com. Akron Public Schools at Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. You can just go to Akron Schools, where we'll have all kinds of exciting news about the Akron Public Schools as well as athletic matches and highlights. You want to check that out at Akron Schools on our social media pages. Good nutrition is an important part of leading a healthy lifestyle, and that's why no student attending Akron Public Schools goes hungry. Breakfast, lunch, and every snack every day is all free. Learn more at how Akron empowers their students at akronschools.com. Looking to set up now, 2nd and 5. That should be, looks like 2nd and goal.
Yeah.
They're not down there. And
how about that?
Right up the center. It looked like we had some movement on the offensive line from our angle. That's why I kind of waited a sec.
I don't think we have a indication, do we?
I do not see one. And that run by Jordan. So Jordan now the first player on the other side to try and get some points up from 5 yards out. And they'll set up now for what they'd like to do with this extra point. Seemingly running a play and going for 2. (18-0) your score with the other 2 touchdowns without any extra points. In motion, coming top of your screen, hands the ball off. And this time, it looks like he's going to get in. Last time, almost ran the same identical play and not able to get it in there. But this time they do. So, Kyjon Brown gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and it makes it 20-0 your score with 6:06 left here in the second quarter right here in APSIS.
So Jordan has been kind of the workhorse here.
Certainly the one with the explosive run game so far. They've gone to a couple different areas. Kidd certainly had a good 18-yard run earlier in the first quarter, but haven't seen a lot. We saw Fisher run a little bit, but he's had some fumbling problems as his second carry in tonight's ball game turned into a turnover. But they've started to kind of catch their speed on what they want to do, and we've seen it work pretty well for them. As you said, playing well on offense with a big run by Martin, kind of a more lumbering drive as this last one turned into 6 points, and then the punt return of 55 yards by Martin.
Yeah, so they had the big play, the big drive, and the big special teams play, and scoring off a turnover. So they've checked all the boxes today. And, boy, that's nice to see coming off a multi-turnover game in a playoff situation.
Well, and you have 2 teams that played certainly a harder team. As the schedule kind of is, normally you kind of play those hard teams, you come back to your conference, and they tend to play better conference, rivals. As they drop the ball here on a fumble on the kickoff return, And he comes laterally and gets about to middle of the field from the sideline, and that'll do it. No gain really on the return.
Averts disaster, but not going to be good field position here for the Vikings.
So, but how they would respond, you know, playing a hard team and now coming back and seeing what works against kind of more of a level playing field. And we've seen Garfield kind of rise up and bring a lot of strength, and Kenmore seems to continue to struggle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, North continues to struggle.
Right. Yeah, they just and the big struggle right now is up front. They're getting beat. They're not getting any lanes for their ball carriers to get separation. And in turn, their defense has been on the field longer and longer, which leads to fatigue, which leads to missed tackles. And
bottom of your screen,
changing quarterback.
Anderson.
Yeah.
And he breaks some tackles and will gain 5 on the carry. And that run by Deshaun Thomas. And as you mentioned,
Chris Simmons in.
Chris Simmons in at quarterback.
Instead of Christian Simmons. Yeah, change it up, right?
Maybe just the wrong Simmons got up.
Well, they'll take it with Thomas with a good run on first down.
Well, and we've seen, you know, we saw Christian Simmons come into this game, and he's gone, you know, 2 for 5 with an interception. And even our last broadcast, you know, really he went 6 out of 8, but never had to play over 10 yards. Thomas this time runs into the back of a locomotive and nowhere to go for him. And he's down still.
Yeah, and that's number 52. I've called his name a few times today, Antonio Sandell, and he has won seemingly every battle over there on the left side of the when they're running right, they've had issue. So he's on that strong side, doing a great job.
Well, and you look at it, he went against number 66, Robert Talty, who's another big guy. So if those two are tussling with one another, there's not a soft area for you to land. So Simmons, the junior, out there, definitely lose some height there, but he just want to use his arm, and it's a pretty ball right on target and in his hands for a huge gain. Wowzers. What a play as they take this one.
40 yards.
40-yard catch. Well, 1 for 1 on that. And you like it as Lamb, his 3rd target, but 2 catches so far, and that's a big one of 40 yards.
Again, didn't have a whole lot of time. It was pretty quick getting rid of it. They just ran a fly route.
But a beautifully thrown ball on target and quite a spiral.
Yeah, he put it up in the air, gave his receiver some time to run under it, and it was certainly a perfectly thrown ball.
And hopefully that this
momentum,
excites this Vikings team. And he's back there again, 4 wide, hands the ball off. Stumbles a little bit, but falls forward. Will gain 2. Could have had more
if he doesn't stumble. That's a first down. Yeah.
And he knows it too. Gains 2. Does Thomas on that carry? 2nd and 8 now for the Vikings. And Simmons looks much shorter, like probably at 5'10".
No, not 5'10".
All right. Well,
5'7".
So he's in a lineup in the shotgun, rolls right.
I can't see.
He goes back. He's going to try and throw this one, but he does it off his back foot and tip.
No.
Luckily incomplete.
Great defense by the North receivers to
basically make a tackle. 3rd down and 10. And I thought he had a second there if he saw something to take that step back, plant and throw. But then he took another step to throw back.
And that's it. Never throw late over the middle. When you're a youngster, that's a sign that's pick-off time. That's pick-off time.
And they've had Simmons on his interception as well, trying to make a throw, and the line bumped into him, kind of screwed up the mechanics and the power he had, and short-armed it, turned into an interception. So now a 3rd and long situation. They'll move Lamb behind him. He throws incomplete.
It was supposed to be backward, but he threw it forward, so incomplete pass. Just timing wasn't. You had him out on the swing, but you got to give him the ball. That's where you have to make that throw, and it has to be in rhythm, because if the guy even has to stop to catch it, it kills his momentum. That plays like a jet sweep. You got to lead him and get it so that he doesn't have to reach. You got to put it right there, and he didn't do it that time. Sure, they're going to go for it here.
Yes, I believe they are. As they line everybody up, it'll be 3 wide for them. They'll leave one guy back to help with the rush, and that's Campbell. Gives him some time, throws it up, a high lofter in the air, has to jump up and make a catch. Was in his hands and back out. Wow, broken that up, but we've seen some excitement here, certainly.
Yeah, Luther Darasol he did high point it, he just couldn't pull it in. And that, not necessarily a good throw, but that's what you do on 4th down. You don't want to throw that thing out of bounds. You want to give your receiver a chance to make a play on it. Good defense by just getting enough of that football to knock it out.
Well, and you look at it here, they're on their 5th possession, and that's been the most excitement we've had is one big play, a 1st down, and then you still had a shot there. And I think that's what the players are going to come to the sidelines and say, hey, still had the ball was in his hands, and he almost came down with it. So we want to keep attacking.
Yeah.
2:34 left here in the 2nd quarter. The Vikings find themselves down 20-0 to the Golden Rams. So it looks like we'll have Gary back under center. No, I was wrong. He was in the backfield. They look to hand the ball off to Jordan. Jordan gains a yard.
Jordan on the carry, and number 52, Donnie Ware, on the tackle.
I think we still have Kidd, who is under center. Not the easiest to see all these numbers.
No, not with the white and gold.
Yeah. Full house formation for him. 2nd and 8. Hands the ball off to Jordan, left side. And he'll get 4 on the carry.
Pretty good defense there. Third and 3. Watch out for the hard count here. Try to maybe get them to jump offside. Still got timeouts if they want to use them. Not in a rush here. You know what? It looks like they're going to. Nope, they're going to go. I thought they might use one here. No sense of urgency here.
You are up 20.
And I told you.
A hard count. Lulled them to bed. 5-yard penalty and a 1st down by the Vikings. Third down and 3. And I think if you had taken that timeout, come out and done it, they would have been more prepared for it. So you lost a little bit of clock, but you get this instant 1st down. Now they haven't hurried up to the line and ran the next play like I thought they might have, as they've got another play in altogether, and watch 30 seconds click off the clock.
Oh, you got the throwing quarterback back in.
Gary back under center. Takes the ball, goes back, looks to throw, jump ball up into no man's land.
Oh, you got 4 guys and no receiver, and
4
it falls
Vikings
incomplete.
there, and just a miscommunication on who was coming down with it, I guess. But I'm not sure why Gary even threw it there.
Yeah, he was under duress, and that could have led to a big play the other way. You don't want that.
I don't even have a player that was close by to mark as a target on that one.
I don't think the tight end never got out. I mean, he got maybe 5 yards, but he certainly didn't get 20 yards down the field.
So it does stop the clock with 43 seconds. 2nd down and 10. Hands the ball off left side Jordan. Jordan gets 6. his 7th carry.
He just carving up yards. Quick timeout here by Kenmore-Garfield.
Yeah.
They got one left.
34 seconds left in this one. Up 20-0 against the North Vikings. Akron Public Schools pre-engineering program is among the best in the world. The robotics team have been winners in the world and national tournaments. And it all starts here in Akron Public School classrooms. Learn more at akronschools.com. APSIS wants to thank Ritchie's Sporting Goods for their support of Akron schools and athletics. Ritchie's Sporting Goods offering a wide variety of school spirit items, embroidery, corporate apparel, and trophies for your next event. Check them out at Ritchie's Sporting Goods. So this one about done here in the first half. And not sure if we're going to get a big play or kind of the same play.
We're going to go Jordan.
Jordan for 2.
Not enough, yeah.
You got to get up and make another call here. I'm not sure
They
they're going
take
to be
the last
that
time
fast.
out. Nope. Yep, they're going to take their last time out.
All that time, and we didn't really get a play that is that big play we were looking to go for maybe. So maybe we see Gary try to throw it up again.
Run pass option maybe. Or you go to Jordan.
Well, you can't say
How
too
many
much.
carries does he have?
Jordan's got 8 carries.
Oh, I can have him for 8 too. 78 yards on 8 carries with a score. He's been the guy, and then he's been the guy. He's got in the end zone once, but Martin's got in the end zone twice with 1 carry and 1 big punt return.
Yeah, we haven't seen him really go back to Martin running out of the backfield again. 4th down and 2 now. Hands the ball off, goes up. Gary will get the first down, but you'd have to be at the line ready to go, and I don't know if they got that. Gary, his 2nd carry, 5-yard gain on that, sets it up. Clock is running, 10 seconds now. I don't think they got it in there fast enough. Down to 5. And they're trying to get this play off. And it looks like they snapped the ball in time. Gary runs up, flags all over the place.
Motion.
Yeah,
could be offsetting penalties possibly if there's a face mask. It's definitely motion. We'll see what we got here.
Time has expired here in the first half. You would think this is at the end of a ball game, but we still got another half to go. All right, official call.
Illegal shift on the Rams. And face mask. They're going to offset them, and we're going to have halftime.
So at halftime, they go up 20-0. Here is your score with the Kenmore-Garfield Golden Rams leading over the North Vikings. We'll be back for the second half of action right here on APSIS. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the second half action with Dave Schick and Joe Polkansky here on APSIS. Joe, as we get into this second half here, looking to kick off and looking at the differences here, certainly North was 15 yards rushing and 49 yards passing. On the other end, Kenmore-Garfield 146 yards rushing, no passing yards even needed, as they've gotten a lot of their scores and drives by running the ball. So look to see if this second half has more of the
That did not go 10 yards.
Yeah. More of the same with the Kenmore-Garfield.
It was close.
Rushing it.
It went 9.
And we did see in this end of the second half with Simmons coming in and throwing the ball a little more. Just it allows it to be a bit of a threat, and it opened up a little bit of the running game. And then he threw. He wasn't able to get it for the first down, but a lot more exciting offensive demeanor by the Vikings. See if they can do that again with this possession.
And let's see if this is if it's a false start, if it's offsides, they'll make them kick again. If not, if I'm North, I just want the football. Nope, they're going to take them back. I think.
No, I think they're going to take the ball there.
Good call.
Yeah.
You're at midfield. I'd take that. So no time off the clock. But a quick halftime. Who am I to complain? Right, Peter?
During our break, plenty of fantasy football talk. Also talking a little bit about the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Big
Best
game.
start in 20-plus years. Isn't that amazing? 4-1 is your best. You haven't had a 4-1 start since the 90s.
4-1's a pretty good start overall.
It is, in football, especially in a league built for parity.
Yeah. I mean,
It just so happens there's about 5 undefeated teams right here.
yeah.
I don't know if there's that. Is there that many?
He looks to throw right through the
great
hand.
play, because he was open.
And we talked about Simmons
else?
trying to come out and pass, and he does it off the first play. 40 yards in the first quarter on one big catch that went from Simmons to Lamb, and this one trying to get back to their playmaker, and just not enough on it as he gets his hands on it, almost gets the interception. Does Antonio Sandell.
Sandell needs to get his nose out of North's playbook because he's been in it all night and their backfield. He's in the right place there. Why aren't you rushing the passer? Nope, you drop back in coverage and almost make an unbelievable interception. Great breakup on the play. As they stay with the second Simmons at quarterback.
Yeah. And Simmons was his intended target. Same play, and almost the same thing again. This one intended for Thomas, and basically the same play, different personnel. His first target, and he almost had a second time to go at it.
I think he's got the wristband.
And he was right there again.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm going to the left. I'm going away from him.
The sophomore has seen 2 balls go in and out of his hands.
Yeah, the first one was an unbelievable tip. And that one, if he can squeeze, there was nobody in front of him.
And the Rams kind of passed the line of scrimmage there a little bit. Because
He's
that's just where they ended the play out on
eager.
that side of the field. But it is just 3rd down and 10 off 2 incompletions to start this second half as he looks to throw again, throws this one up, has some space there and some movement.
Contact, but
I didn't see that contact.
No.
It looked like he kind of initiated it.
Gosh, why am I agreeing with you this year?
That one intended for Lamb.
Supposed to be more disagreeable as I
his
get older.
4th target. And I like going to Lamb, but really wasn't able to step into his throw and get a good arm on it. Now we have a flag late. Delay a game.
I think he's like, give me a flag, and they gave him one. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh,
That was the old 50-yarder. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike.
yeah.
In a very clean penalty.
Yeah, 36
so
yards
far.
and penalty yards off 5 penalties in the first half, and now you've had 3 incompletes and now an unsportsmanlike, and you're going in the wrong direction.
17 seconds and negative 15 yards.
Well,
Yeah, good call by Jim there. No flow.
no. Well, and that's part of the problem is if you're passing every time, the incompletes don't
really
have
add up.
Yeah, they make it go so quick. We're only 17 seconds into this quarter,
And
and
now
we're
you're,
4 plays into it.
and you're giving back the ball to the ball control offense.
Yeah, and so
That's
they
a great
kick this
job
one
by the
away.
punter getting that off.
Catches the ball at the 35 and comes down at the 42.
Nice open field tackle by Poso, doing a good job on special teams and defensive, making a lot of plays out there.
So now they're going to have to make a play, but in less than 30 seconds, you've turned the ball over on your first possession here in the second half when you were hoping to storm down the field and get some points. Three passes and now a punt.
Yep.
3 passes and a penalty. So
Yeah.
you lost 15 yards. All right, so back on the other end, the Rams take over. Looks like we have Kidd again at the quarterback position on the quarterback keeper to start it. A very different way to keep
And
it.
that's just a read there. They have nobody over the center. They just tap the center, and let's take what we can get. They'll take 5 yards any day of the week.
So a quick play. Gets 6 yards on the first carry for Davis. Finished with just 1 carry and 6 yards in the.
What if the team just ran that like 8 times in a row? Oh, you're not going to be over the center? Okay.
I'm sorry for Kidd. Kidd on that one. Jordan leading their rushing attack in the first half. Eight carries for 78 yards. The only other person we had Martin with 32 carries for 38 yards and the other touchdown.
That one was Kaijon Brown.
He gets 4 on a first down. His 3rd carry. And I feel like this is going to be their game plan for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're just going trap. They go Brown again.
Pick your poison of where you think we're going to go with the ball, and you're going to have to try and stop us.
Give Brown 3 more. And when you have the ball, you can wear down a team and kind of just take their will away. They know what's coming. Can you stop it?
And they're continuing to use a good amount of the clock on each play. So in one play after running that running play, they've used the entire time that the Vikings had in their first possession.
How are you going to give up 20 points if you have the ball for 45 snaps and the other team has it for 20? If you don't give up the big play, you're not.
Comes inside, and Jordan will get 4.
Up to 82 yards now on 9 carries with a touchdown for Jordan.
3rd down and 4. Kidd yet to throw a single pass in here, but he's handed off a lot.
Doing his job. Running the offense.
And he tries to sneak this one in again. He'll get 2.
Not as much space there.
Yeah, it looked like he saw it, and then they shifted, trying to kind of bait him into it a little bit.
4th and a good 2.
But still got positive 2, but does set up a 4th down and 2 here with 9:08 in the 3rd quarter. And this is what you can do when you're up 20. You think
Yes, sir.
You could go long, you could go short. The margin of error is pretty high. So we'll look to see who's under center. It looks like Kidd is going to stay under center.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's on them. Yeah.
Ouch.
Guard, left guard,
Uncharacteristic.
running back.
Oh, we're going on 2. We're going on 2.
Oh, I thought it was.
4th and 7 as they move back.
I would punt here. No. Probably. Why not? I go for it.
I'm not sure they have the kicking game to do it. I understand the reason why.
Tight splits.
Looks to hand the ball off right side. Stays on his feet. Makes another turn. And he's going to get the first down. Still on his feet. 30-yard line. Still going. Goes out at about the 22-yard line. So gets 8 yards dancing on the sideline for Lamb. I'm sorry, for Gary.
And it seems like they give them the ball only when they need a first down or big play. He's only rushed it 4 times, but he's rushed it for 30 yards.
22 yards on that carry.
And that's his second 4th down conversion in this game.
And good patience coming through, because he ran right, had to come back across, and then you were just hoping to get the first down, and he dances on the sideline for 8 yards. It really adds on to his total there.
There's that trap play again.
3 yards for Fisher.
They continue to churn that clock.
That might not have been him.
That was it was Brown. 7.
Yeah.
The lead back.
Yeah.
I guess we'll say the middle of the T. The lead back in the T.
Looked kind of like a 5. And then it turned out to be a 4. Fakes the handoff, keeps
Faked
it
a
himself,
couple.
runs back in. Ooh, he's going to get a good spot, and I think they're going to be giving him a first down on this one.
Oh,
A gain of 6.
wait for it.
Ooh, spot looks bad. Worse now. 5.
Give him 5.
5. So 1 yard short first for the first down. 3rd down and 1. Need to get to the 10-yard line. And depending on the spot, it'll either make it 1st and 10 or 1st and goal. It's close at the top. It looks like it would have to be 1st and goal if they get it. Run off the trap on the right side and definitely get the first down. But they run in like the ball came out.
Yeah, it did, but forward progress way stopped.
So the ball carrier there,
Brown again.
he gets 2. First down, 1st and goal from the 10. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong line. 1st and 10 from the 14. I don't know why. I was just off from our angle down here.
Yeah,
I apologize. 6:10 here in the 3rd quarter, 20-0 your score. The Rams just looking to ground and pound, taking 30 seconds off every time they run a play. That'll get to the 11. Gain of 3.
You might not think it's pretty, but they want their first win, and they're going to just – like, we're not even bothering going outside. We're going right straight ahead in this possession.
And you saw a kid, he rolled out to the right. Could he have sprinted to the sideline? Yeah, probably. He just ran right back to the middle. Looks to set up again. Hands the ball off.
Gary, how many tackles has he broke?
He broke that one, and he's running to the corner. He's going to get that in. And Gary takes off from 14-yard touchdown for him. His 5th carry for the TD. And they extend this to 26-0. 14-yard run for Gary around the right side. And we just talked about Kidd having some space over there. Didn't do it, stayed inside, but Gary used the jets to turn on right side, and off he went with 5:09 here in the 3rd quarter. Vikings took up 30 seconds of offense, and this team has put on just almost a 7-minute slugfest to coming down the field to get 6 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much straight at him there, partner. No reverse razzle-dazzle, just we're going to run it north-south down your throat.
And they set up on the left hash mark. Have motion come to the top of your screen and flags.
Well, the ball didn't move, but everybody else did.
False start.
This is where they've been shaky, is on 2-point plays.
Well, and if I were the Vikings, they should know the play. They've ran it every single time. They're going to have motion, and then a guy's going to try to run between the guard and the tackle on the right side. Usually it's been Gary coming up. Now he's going to be the opposite direction. So it's going to be on the left side. He's going to come in motion. Kid still at quarterback back there. They move up Martin to the top of your screen. A little further now. Looks like we're going to see a new play, and we do. He rolls to the right. Looking end zone. All he sees is Vikings in his face. Throws it down. And incomplete.
Yeah.
First throw is an incomplete pass.
Yeah, the PAT, I mean, the pressure caused the incompletion there. He just couldn't set up and throw. So all Kenmore-Garfield.
Yeah, they keep it going 26-0, your score. And they just keep adding on to it,
Not looking like a team that's looking for their first victory of the year. Looking like a team that is peaking at the right time.
looking to set up and give this one back to them. And it'd be interesting to see how their offensive game plan changes. Went heavy pass, 3 straight incompletes before they had to punt it away.
Nothing has really worked because they haven't established any presence at the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm. That one kind of
Off the side of the foot.
yeah, that was like my golf swing. Dog leg.
Towed it, yeah.
There's a dog leg that goes off to the left. Perfect. That's where I'm going to hit it anyway.
I'm going to slice the irons and snap hook the drive. So
I played more this year than I have the last couple years. Started turning around.
I stink.
I'm not near par, but I was starting to get closer. Wasn't doubling par anymore. Maybe just 1, 2 over.
Yeah, good bogey golf. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
Hey. I had a couple I had to fight to make sure we could finish before we couldn't see the balls anymore. The last one I hit it, and my cousin hit it, and he's like, "Did you see where yours went?" And I was like, "No."
No chance.
So we drove down. We drove down the fairway to look to see about where our ball would be, and we just threw a new one down. And then I lost that one. I was like, I'm done. And he hit his nicely onto the green.
Well, once we couldn't find my ball on in a scramble in the first hole, and I'm like, just look in the hole. It was in the hole.
Wow.
It was a line drive 9-iron. It had no bit. It was an elevated. It was towed, so it wasn't nice and high. I can hit a line drive with any club, right? Line drive hitter. We couldn't find it. I'm like, look in the hole. We went nuts. So we're 2 under, and I think we ended up like 2 under for the entire scramble. We were horrible, but we won that skin. That was an eagle on a par 4, so we won that skin, and it was absolutely terrible the rest of it. We didn't make a putt the rest of the day, I don't think. But it was fun. We had the hole 1.
Yeah. Hey. That's usually what brings me back. He rolls right, nowhere to go, and he'll get nothing on the run.
There's no layup in my game. Okay, if there's a little space between the tree, I'm gonna see if I can get through there. I'm not laying up. I mean, I don't golf enough to. Why do I want to be good? You know how much I'd pay per stroke if I was good?
Well, it's funny. We played. There were 6 of us for a while, and we had kind of the older uncles or dads versus the kids. So it's 3 of them, 3 of us. So we played best game, lowest score wins combined of the 3. And then my 2 cousins start betting on each hole, and it just got bad. I was like, guys, can we try to take the money from the old people and not taking money from each other?
We're trying to beat them
because you guys are sucking. You're so concerned about winning this hole. Throws this one up. Good coverage. Incomplete. Pass intended for Simmons, his 4th target. But that one not close on 4th and 12. So they will punt this one away, it looks like. And they've come unraveled in the second half. The adjustment at quarterback was a tough one. I think it certainly gave you a spark, but no pressure on this kick at all. Called fair catch, but the ball bounced.
Pick it up.
Yeah, it's a weird play. Not sure. 3:55, they did punt this one away.
Good punt.
And a lack of just total offense there on their second time through.
And North 2 first downs on the night and just have not gotten anything going. We're talking 15 yards of total offense here through almost 3 full quarters of play.
Yeah.
2 3 and outs here. The one thing that they have not done, they did turn it over one time, but This game, the clock would be running if they had turned the ball over more than one time. You know, they've kind of taken care of it and at least made Kenmore-Garfield go longer fields. But timeout for the Vikings here.
Vikings going to talk things over. Certainly fields of science, technology, and engineering and math learning at Akron Public Schools is woven throughout the curriculum. Our STEM schools are among the best in Ohio. Learn more by going to akronschools.com. APSIS wants to thank Swenson's Drive-In for their support of Akron schools and athletics. Swenson's Drive-In, home of the Galley Boy, America's best cheeseburger. Open all year, and it'll be open right after tonight's ball game. And might get a visit from one of us to get a delicious Galley Boy. Get yours today. I think I stopped last week and I got one.
Did you?
I read the spot.
Did you go Galley Boy?
I did go Galley Boy.
I don't all the time, but once in a while, you know.
I feel if I get something else, I feel like I've missed the Galley Boy.
Well, then that's your go-to then.
So sometimes I don't even get anything else. I just get like 2 Galley Boys. Like no tots, no fries. Just double down on Galley Boys. By the time I get all that, I'm spending about the same. Might as well got the Galley Boy. And we have an injured player down on the field as they look this one over.
It's number 7. Kawan Brown, and he's up pretty quick after a 6. He was the ball carrier on that for 6 yards. So, maybe a helmet to the thigh, which doesn't always feel good, especially when it's cold. You got thigh pads, but that doesn't always help.
No, it's kind of
the weather gets cold.
Certainly, kind of the first real cold day that we've seen. Kind of break into the fall, down into 50 degrees. Rain at the beginning of this game, still kind of wet on the sidelines.
Yep.
Turf's wet. Players probably got a little wet, but not soaked.
Yeah, not terrible.
And they're going to be close to a first down in this one as well. No, they're going to give it to him. 6 yards for Martin.
Yeah, Martin with his second carry. First time he's touched the ball and not scored a touchdown tonight. Disappointing for him. They were ready there on the left side. They kind of quick counted. They weren't ready to go.
No gain on that one at all. Martin gets nothing on the carry.
I think that was...
Or Jordan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was Jordan.
Clock still running, 2:33 here in the third quarter. So 2nd and 10.
Sweep to Tyjon Gary. Poso on the tackle over there, but after a gain of 17 for Gary, he's up to 6 carries now and 60 yards.
What was the gain on that for Gary? I'm sorry.
17.
17, sorry. Always popular when I'm working.
Uh-oh.
Little pitch. Looks like he got it back and takes him down. This will be a huge loss.
Another tackle by their number 9, Marty Thornton, shooting through for a big loss. Yeah. And unfortunately, Jordan takes the loss there as he got the ball and had nowhere to go. 3 black shirts waiting for him.
It almost looked like there was
Why is the clock
a warning, sideline warning.
I'm so tired of the sideline warning. It's a requirement in Akron City Series football for that to be called once a game. At least. Did you know that? It's in the bylaws.
No, I wouldn't know, Joe.
Have you seen a game where it hasn't been called?
I have not. I have not, no.
Oh, little sneak.
An interesting play here on second
He
and
zigged,
21.
he zagged, and he got
5.
Sure. No flag down. Could have been one. 3rd and 16 as the clock continues to churn. Time of possession dominated by KG Rams.
Why are they calling timeout? Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Well, they're going to have a timeout to talk about it. Gives us a chance to stop and talk to you about graduation rates. They're climbing at Akron Public Schools as they transform high schools by strengthening the connection of learning in the classroom with what students may pursue after graduation, making learning more meaningful. It starts at the college and career academies of Akron at akronschools.com. Check them out today. APSIS wants to thank the HEPA Environmental Services Incorporation for their support of Akron Schools and Athletics. HEPA Environmental Services Incorporation provides safe and timely and especially cost-effective abatement and disposal and remediation services. Check them out today at HEPA Environmental Services Incorporation. Well, a puzzling timeout for us up here at 3rd and 16.
Strategery.
I don't know, but I don't know everything because that's why I'm up here in the booth.
For sure.
Looking to hand the ball off.
Oh, we got a reverse.
Another reverse.
Oh.
Big block, and
that's
there's the
coming
flag. Regardless, the play
Illegal
wasn't enough
crackback
for about a 3-yard gain, and it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. So
You have to give that defender that room to be able to get turned around and see that.
and I'm not sure he needed it, really. I think he would have blown right by him.
Yep. They declined it. Give him, what, about 4 yards on the run there?
Yeah. That was...
Actually was well defended by the, it was Davis, I believe, on the run.
Okay, 4th and 16 and 45 seconds left in this quarter. We'll talk a little bit with the North coach before we get to the 4th quarter. May run over a little bit. Just give you a heads up. Looking to set up. Clock still running. Almost have 15 seconds left here in the 3rd. Rolls to his right.
What?
He plans on carrying it the entire time, and he's gonna
Okay.
got to the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for Kidd as he gets about 2. We'll go into our interview with the head coach of the North Vikings.
Coach, tell me a little bit about how your season's gone so far and your team's performance.
At times sporadic, I think, came in with the idea of trying to find an identity, and, we're still struggling with the whole fact that, this will be our 4th game of the season, and we got an opportunity to get into the state playoffs this year, and the kids got an opportunity to see that. We're just trying to find an identity. I'm pleased with what we're doing with under the circumstances of what this is, So that's, I'm pleased with what's going on, definitely.
For our broadcast tonight, can you tell me if there's maybe a player on each side of the ball that we should be looking out for to make an impact play?
Okay, so defensively, our linebacker, Post Sal, he's leading the team in tackles. Last week against Warren Harding, he totaled double-digit tackles, as a junior, so I'm looking for him to keep that going, for the rest of the season. And then I think offensively, it's, James Ware, is one of our bright spots on the offensive line, really turning into a leader, So he's going to play some center, and then we try to move around some guys that will play some guard as well.
Tell me how you talked a little bit about the playoffs. How did that change kind of your players' mindset, seeing other teams and then coming back here into the City Series game?
Well, I think for us, it shows you what you have to do from Thursday to Friday to win a game. What kind of prep time? What kind of the Warren Hardy I thought was classy. I think they came out and they showed you why they're what they are. They were 2-3, but they had their 3 losses were to some pretty good teams. So the kids were excited. The atmosphere was great. And they needed to see what it takes to get to that point. So I think it was very beneficial, and hopefully we can go off some of the good things that happened during that time and parlay that into the next 3 games.
Well, going into an interview, and then roughing the passer gets them a 15-yard penalty and a first down, so they'll get one last play at the end of this third quarter, and they throw it for the end zone, but that one is sky high and in and out of the hands of really the defender because it didn't get quite to him.
Thrown up for grabs, yeah. Partner, after the questionable decision to go for a fake punt, it gave North good field position and then the flag, so they have their best opportunity here since early in the game to get in the end zone.
So they'll certainly start this second quarter, certainly still down 26-0, but looking to get on the board here in the fourth quarter. And they kind of, I know they had a recent article about, the Cincinnati Bengals played the Baltimore Ravens and were potentially going to get a shutout. And then at the end of the game went for a field goal, and what that meant, how it kind of upset the Ravens coach and players because they had the shutout and then they gave up the field goal. And I think this goes into the same thing when teams don't like getting shut out. And the other team does like to get a shutout, but you got to earn every single play. And we're seeing a little bit here, these Vikings wanted to come in and just get points on the board.
What they want them to do, not kick the field goal or to sit on the ball or what, let them get the shutout?
Well, and Coach Harbaugh said, we did give up 2 fourth and short situations. Yeah. If the defense wanted to make the stand, they should have made the play, and they didn't.
Well said. That's why I like that Harbaugh.
So now we have this set up. This team's still trying to get in with it as they look to have Simmons throw, and this is over the middle. Might have been intended for the guy behind him.
Yeah, that was a better throw because it was a bad snap, but he was able to set up. Now Simmons only 1 for 10 passing.
Yeah, and his big play certainly allowed him to put the ball up there and have his receiver go get it, but he hasn't had a lot of those snap plays where it's just quick to his receivers in the numbers.
Swing.
Yeah, kind of get a rhythm would be nice.
Right.
He's had to make a lot of difficult plays without a lot of protection. 3rd down and 10 as we get into this fourth quarter. And he's sent up again, gets the ball, hands it off, breaks the tackle or takes him for a little run and gets 5 yards.
Good run. Good run by Thomas. 4th and 5 now.
And you look at it, he's had 10 pass plays, and he hasn't played more than a quarter, really.
Yeah.
So a little more than a quarter. He came in at the end of the second half. But they haven't given that kind of help to Thomas or even putting Simmons back in the backfield to help out. Looks to roll back there. Throws off his back foot. It's going to be short and incomplete again. And you can see the frustration by Lamb because it's just not – he's playing defense when he's on offense.
Yeah.
The ball's short, and he's trying to get it out of the hands of the defender. And you can see his frustration coming off that if that ball was just higher in front of him, I could at least make a play to go get it. But it's behind and short.
We have Simmons. He's trying to stand in there, but short in stature and having to throw off his back foot because of the rush of the Kenmore-Garfield defense consistently.
Well, and you look, that was still going to be a 20-some yard pass. And we just haven't seen those little short routes to get the ball in his hand and then let Lamb make the play with his legs. So they turn it over on downs here to start the fourth.
New quarterback in for the Rams.
Hands the ball off to Jordan, though.
He's trying.
And he'll lose 3.
No, he's not done yet.
Wow. It's just a whole scrum, and it goes from -3, almost written in my book, to +2.
Wow, that was impressive run and poor tackling. Deror Wilson in at quarterback for the first time for the Rams, the senior.
Well, they've only thrown 2 passes so
say,
far for
I
incompletes.
think they're probably going to keep it on the ground.
How are you at handing the ball off as a quarterback?
I was good. It was really good. I did a lot. A lot of practice.
Oh, boy. 4th penalty
I
here.
didn't drop any snaps either, or I wouldn't have played, so. I was afraid to drop a snap.
5-yard penalty for the Rams.
You know what I did do for a couple of years? I don't really played quarterback, but I was a holder too. And that is not as easy as it looks. It's not easy. You have to have good hands and you have to have poise because people are coming at you. You have to keep your head on the ball.
I've been trying to teach my son how to snap the ball like a center. I mean, he's in flag football right now, but it's a way. Oh my! I think we do have a fumble, and it'd be Vikings ball.
Oh, yep, fumble.
So
First turnover, finally.
Wilson fumbles the ball, and they'll take over in the red zone on the 12-yard line.
No, congratulations are in order for the Lady Orangemen volleyball team. They just got back from a 5-set marathon win for the City Series Championship.
Congratulations to
Yeah,
them.
we heard the buses beeping, rolling in. We haven't done a volleyball game yet.
I know.
Volleyball's quick,
You can address your letters to Ryan Rittenhouse and ask him to have us cover
Maybe
volleyball.
next year, right?
As always next year. Looking to throw left side into the corner of the end zone. Wide open, and he's there for a touchdown. 12 yards out. Gets it to go to Simmons. And they get a 12-yard. So the defense comes up with a play.
Simmons to Simmons.
Simmons to Simmons. Gets on with 9:25 here in the 4th quarter.
So as you mentioned, no shutout today.
Well, and it just looked like a different demeanor out there when they got close enough
Right.
that they could see the end zone. And now they spread out, going for 2, overload the top of your screen. Simmons isn't going to get a chance to even get this play off before false start.
All right.
Don't worry, Joe. Clock still stopped.
Oh, I'm worried. I'm not worried. Where are they going?
I don't know.
It's a weird time to be. Isn't this?
Maybe they're coming down for the touchdown celebration.
Yeah, that's what
They're on the move. I bet you they're heading back to the bus.
they are. You got to get rid of it.
Simmons,
You
nowhere
got to
to
get
go.
rid of it.
Wow, great presence in the pocket to run forward. And he's got a man right there, but he drops it wide
Great play
open.
by Simmons.
Went to Thomas, his second target.
He made a great play. Gave his guys a chance, and you got to get it. You got to get in the end zone there, right? And he did just that.
2 for 13, but it should be 3 with a 2-point conversion. So they get some points on the board, and they show some life. I like Simmons. He came back. He really dropped back kind of too far than you would have preferred, but kind of sliced through, able to move back up into the pocket, found his open man, delivered the ball there, and kind of that laser that we've been looking for him to get his rhythm going, sent it right into Thomas, and Thomas just not able to hold on to it.
Yeah.
And good pressure by the Rams to come make that hard tackle on the Vikings. Make them hold on to it. They did just that and didn't secure it. Saves themselves 2 points.
Got to get number 11 out there. Player number 11. And you see these rosters they're not very deep. A lot of guys going both ways on both sides of the ball here.
Short kick, dropped it, and both of them.
He's like, I cover you, end ball. That's what you do. You protect your guy, and that was
kind of an odd kick, about 15 yards, just past that first kind of row of players. Sends it over there and makes them have to make an adjustment, and they're running to the spot. They'll take over. That's the first time that they've had to kick off to them.
Mm-hmm. Well, the band's getting fired up now. They just must have changed locales.
It can be on their team's side going towards the end zone, maybe.
They change maybe every quarter, just like the team.
Maybe.
Well, you could do that. Can you do
Yeah,
that in the COVID era? Maybe.
They change every half, not quarter.
Yeah, every quarter.
Okay. And
You change sides every quarter in football.
Uh-huh.
What are you talking about? See, now we're back. We're back arguing. We've been too agreeable. You're getting on my nerves now.
Well, the good news is
Oh,
you've never left my nerves.
I live there. Yeah, but timeout. Why not?
Well, we're going to have an APS player of the game.
Yeah, and I'm going to pick it. No, our crack staff will pick it. Peter George will probably pick it.
He's going to give 2 shakes of the cord so we can see up here. And if it shakes twice,
it's frozen.
He picks my guy. He shakes once, picks your guy.
Your guy? I wonder who your guy is.
I don't really have a guy.
I do. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Well, yeah, it's pretty easy.
Domination on the up front, though. You know, I will not hesitate to go with the lineman.
You know, team defense.
It's been done. I've given it to an entire team
Special
before. You
teams?
got to pitch a shutout for that.
See, we were talking about getting some points on the board. And so now team defense Rams is out because they gave up the points. Runs left side. I'm not sure where he went out exactly, but they didn't give him a fantastic spot. Ran for 12 yards. That was Gary.
Where's that guy we had the other week that he wound up everything, man? It didn't matter. Guy ran out, got tackled here by the orange bleachers. Roll it.
Nope. I think they tackled him. Forward progress
They
started.
started at the numbers. He had one job, roll clock.
So first down and 10. They get to the 48-yard line after a 12-yard gain by Gary. Gary's, 7th carry?
Yeah, 7 carries, 70 yards. 7 carries, 70 yards. That's an average of 10 yards per carry.
I mean, it's just crazy. 0 passing yards so far. Looking to throw.
Oh, a little lefty.
And incomplete. Gary's first target. Kidd. 2 incompletes.
That's not Kidd. That's Wilson backing at
Oh, I'm
quarterback.
sorry.
No, that's not you. I just had to stand corrected.
So you have Gary, Kidd, and Wilson all with 1 incompletion.
Spreading it out. He's going to throw it? Nope, he's going to run it.
Nope. Little stutter step.
Oh, nice tackle.
and Gains 4.
Number 6, Simmons, coming up to take the legs out. Would have been a lot bigger gain for Gary if not. Montez Simmons. You got Shantez Simmons, Christian Simmons, and Chris Simmons. The Simmons trio.
I'm sure one gets in trouble and they're like, what? I didn't do it. The other Simmons did it. What do you think of the North helmets with the N on the back? One guy that doesn't have an N on the back. Why is that?
Not terrible. What do you
I like
think?
them.
I
I
do
like them.
too. I like their uniforms actually.
Yeah. Simple, but nice. 4-yard carry. Keeps him in bounds.
Wilson with a decent run, a real good open field tackle there.
Oh, he almost got taunting too.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Almost got it. Who ran that? Wilson.
Wilson, DeRoar, not Russell. Same number though. That's a
yards.
shout out for Peter George. His undefeated Seahawks.
Davis, 2 big stiff arms going to the top of your screen. Gosh, we had 3D.
Yeah.
And now we get some.
Oh, we got a flag.
There was, like I said, there was some talking last time. Did North?
Uh-oh. Extracurricular.
Did North throw the football over there?
They do it.
Why are those players? Why are those guys coming off the sideline? Everybody's got helmets on, guys. They'll be fine. So we're gonna have
Clean
some
this up, yeah.
unsportsmanlike conduct. It was really a good play that started. Good tackle, and then the Garfield player got up, and then kind of went and walked to him and said something, and I think that just kind of lit the fire. I think we're gonna have 2 against the Vikings and 1 against the Rams.
Is it post possession or will this be a first down? Should be post possession.
Post possession, so it's gonna be a first down anyway. Because I think they're gonna get an additional 1 and get 15 yards, and that'll be first down.
No, it should be. That was 4th down, wasn't it? So it should be North's ball.
I don't know,
But
I
we'll
don't
see.
think the play was over.
I disagree, but I don't know.
Personal foul. Personal foul. 2.
Oh.
Oh man. Ouch. Well, they get the ball back. Minus 30.
On their own
minus,
Uno.
minus 30 yards. Ouch.
They were
2
doing really
big
well
ones.
with penalties, too.
Yeah, the last 3 have all been 15-yarders.
You don't usually see them mark off, too, though. That's rare territory.
I thought there was going to be one on the other side. Like the one started it.
Well, you said
A
it was gonna be
retaliation
2,
and another
and then
play.
1, a 2 and 1.
I thought it was 2 and 1.
They should have got 1 for
The first taunt should have
had
had it down here.
I mean, there was punch thrown, but the guy retaliated. I mean,
Well, no, I mean, even the last play before that,
mm-hmm.
when the player walks over there, because he wasn't going back to the huddle. He went towards the player. And to me, once you break from where you're supposed to be going, when you go over there, you're not saying, hey, good game. You're saying something bad. That's why you went over there.
North ball. as I was correct.
Yeah.
Because it happened after. It happened
After
after
the
the play went out. It wasn't a late hit. A late hit would still be their ball. A continuation of the play. And we know because we see this all the time in football, the stuff that happens after the play.
Mm-hmm.
And why does it happen? Well, because it's a violent game. You're getting pushed and shoved around, and some guys get tired of it. You know.
Yeah, but
It's not smart. But yeah.
well, yeah, and you know it's a team that's down 20 points, but I'm not sure why the Rams said something, and they didn't get called for it. But when you're up 20, I feel pretty good. And he sacks them in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 10 yards. He's just he can't get away from himself. He's waiting way too long. Time to put the other Simmons in.
Number 22, Antoine Williams.
You're going to be on your 2-yard line, and I think they're going to try and tee off and get a safety. It's on the 4.
Inside 6 minutes here. He got a long way to go.
Over under, they're going to get a safety on this drive. I think.
Let me shake the magic 8 ball.
Okay.
Or the magic binoculars. Chances das good.
I think they got 2 plays. Because you still got a punt. How you going to punt from out of there?
You're not.
I think that you're going to
You just take a safety. Then punt from the 20.
He's not going to be able to roll out to his right like he's wanted to. You got a team that's up 20.
There you
fired
go.
up.
That's what you do. They couldn't catch it.
Incomplete. Lamb, that's their guy, man. 6 targets.
Okay. I can't see it. We're too far away.
I gave you binoculars. How can they be too far away?
I'm getting the glare.
Oh, the glare.
I declare the glare.
All right, so 2 more plays to get this safety.
Third and a long way to go just to get back to Summit County, let alone get the first down.
They're down 22. You could break a big passing play, but you don't have enough time for it. A little slant. There you go.
Quarterback draw. Nice cut. Makes one,
Oh, my goodness.
two.
He's going to get a first down, and he does. Runs out of bounds.
What? Simmons with a nice little cut.
Okay.
26 for Simmons, and the biggest play of the night for North.
Jeez.
I like the quarterback draw. Great timing.
Really, because you had to get so much.
And granted, Simmons has
And we
made
got
some
timeout.
mistakes tonight, but he's really made some good plays, too. That's the first good play with his feet.
Kenmore-Garfield trying to rally these guys back together. The International Baccalaureate Program, or the IB, is now integrated into many of the Akron Public Schools for accelerated and more challenging learning. Go to akronschools.com to find out more about that. APSIS wants to thank the Carmen Studio Photography Incorporation for their support of Akron schools and athletics. Carmen Studio Photography is a full-service photography studio servicing Northeast Ohio for over 50 years.
Carmen Studios, they do a great job. They come out, when they come out to all sporting events, take pictures for yearbook. They do a great job, man. School pictures. Been doing it for a long time. First and 10 now for the Vikings.
Turns, that's come back into the pocket, and that pocket just collapsed around him.
Collapsed.
On the sack is going to be Ronald Belfield Jr. And a loss of 9. I can't see where they're
7.
putting this.
Maybe?
7.
Yeah, 7.
And that was a hard hit taken by Simmons. The arm is there. The presence in the pocket You got to continue to work on where that pressure is coming from, when to get rid of the ball. Looks to hand the ball off, kind of turned it sideways, but handed it off to him. Off he goes the right side, tries to get around the corner and gains 2 on it.
Jonathan
with
Campbell
2.
on the run, but
Oh, no flag. Yeah, I didn't see any flag.
no, good.
3rd down and 16. 4
Give him
minutes.
a couple yards there.
4 minutes left. I'm not sure you can have another special play like that where you can run it up the middle.
I bet you can try it. They
I'm
might
not
be ready
sure
for
how
it.
successful you're going to be. He might have to throw it this time. Just a short little drag play. Get it in the hands of your wide receiver. It doesn't have to be a 25-yard strike.
You got numbers out here.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, boy. It's there. It's short by 5 yards. It's just, it's beyond his range, I think.
Yeah, he's trying to go deep. How about a slant or a stop route even on 3rd down?
Yeah. I would love to hear what Lamb said to him. Like, hey, guys. He went to Martin, and he's like, I don't know. The ball needs to be up higher.
Yeah, I had you beat, but I can't
How am I supposed to do without the ball?
readjust to that.
I've been telling my son, because he's 9. He comes back to the huddle every time. He's like, I'm open. I'm like, Carter, every wide receiver says he's open.
Yeah, you're playing the right position.
As a quarterback, it is very hard to look at all the positions and make the best decision in 7 seconds. So then we had this.
Has he made any catches?
Yes, he has made
Good,
catches.
good.
He's a tight end. He thinks he's like Odell Beckham, but he's tight end material. The Chicks do not have a lot of speed, so you got